Well, good morning. Yes, it is a Tuesday morning, and we are talking about change. And yesterday we said, be the change, become the change. And how do we obtain that change? When we invite Jesus Christ into our life, who brings the change, who changes our lives, who changes our thought life, who changes our thinking, who changes our outlook towards life. He's the one that brings the change. This morning, trust God as He alone brings change. There we go. I've already kind of said it. Trust God because He's the one that brings the change that is needed in your life. If you need any change in your life in this year of 2022, then you need to invite Jesus Christ into your life for Him to become part of your life to help you to bring that change that needs to be changed in you. Now, when Israel journeyed through the wilderness, we note that they ran out of water, not so? And their first reaction was to confront and blame God. Now, this is kind of a strange one to me, that many times people, Christians especially, when they serving God for many years, and all of a sudden something happens within their lives, and their first reaction is to confront God and to blame God. Now again, we need to understand that all this that is happening around us in the world today, this world that is falling apart, it is not God causing it, but man has caused it. Man has caused sin. Man has brought sin into the world. Man is sinful and man needs God. And when God takes us, He brings the change that is needed within our lives. But as a result of sowing and reaping and things happening in our lives and sin around, sin causes all the hurt and the pain that is happening within the world today, and we turn around and we want to blame God for it. You see, remember, Israel saw God in action when He opened the way before them and brought them out of slavery, brought them through the Red Sea. He opened the sea. He did this miraculous work where He caused the sea to open before them for them to walk on dry ground. They saw God do the supernatural things that no nation has ever seen, yet they doubted God. Isn't that crazy? We see it still today. You know, the first reactions to the need before them was to complain and demand. Now it sounds like this happening with many of us today. We want to demand certain things from God. How can we demand things from God? You know, God is God. And again, because of His love towards us, He has given us life through His Son, Christ Jesus. Because again, remember, I always say this, I said this last year, and I said it throughout the year, the enemy comes with one agenda: to rob, kill, and to destroy. But Jesus Christ has come with a greater agenda, and that is to give you life, and that more abundantly, a more abundant life than what you are even experiencing today. So when things go wrong in your life, don't blame God. Look for the door possibly you have opened in your life, causing the hurt, causing the pain within your life. Because again, this is what we are living. We are living in a world that is sinful, that is broken, and it needs a person to repair, and the only one that can repair the brokenness within this world is Jesus Christ again, who came to humanity some 2,000 years ago, but they rejected Him and nailed Him to the cross. Do you know, man still rejects God today? Why? Again, because of the sin that blinds them of seeing the way forward for them, that were able to bring the change into their life, who is no other than Christ Jesus Himself. Now listen what happened in Exodus chapter 15, verse 23. They came to an oasis called Mara, Mara, which means bitter. So they came to this oasis, and the water was bitter. I don't know about you, but 2021 was bitter water, not so. It started in 2020 and it just grew more bitter and bitter. Now we hit in 2022 and it seems to be a little more sweeter if we hear what is happening around us. But again, we have to put our faith and our trust in God. You see, we are not exempt from facing dry places, bitter experiences or trials. that we are not exempt from facing them. But again, this is the thing. What will our reaction be when these bad things happen around us to us who are trying to live a good life? When these bad things do happen, yes, because bad things do happen to good people, what is our reaction? How do we react at the end of the day? I want you to listen to Moses' reaction. When the people came and the people began to complain, remember, they started demanding things from God. They started complaining. They saying, we want to go back to Egypt. Moses cried out to the Lord for help, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood, and then he took it and threw it into the water, and it made the water sweet. You see, nothing is too bitter in life that God cannot turn around to become sweet. Will there be bitter encounters within your life in 2022? Absolutely. Well, you're going to encounter bitter moments. But you know what? If we put our faith and our trust in God, that which is bitter in this world, God is able to turn it to sweet. But we have to put our faith and our trust in God, not in the things of this world. And so again, when we start and when we experience those bitter times within our lives, do not complain, do not demand, but ask God to show you the way through. Come and rely upon Him for your tomorrow.